your brother or your sister being snatched off the street. Imagine he or she going to school and never returning home. There's so much potential, growth and development to you and your family. Unfortunately, also the child traffickers. Each year, 300,000 to 400,000 children are being bought and sold across international borders.
Khoảng 5 triệu một người nó mang sang đến bên kia biên giới. Đấy là hàng bình thường, còn hàng đẹp thì cũng có thể lên đến 10-15 triệu một người.
Singapore, till today, is facing practical and legal difficulties in implementing child sex tourism laws. The absence of these laws allows Singaporeans to engage in child trafficking activities abroad to escape scot-free even when they return to Singapore.
What happens to these young innocent children? Unspeakable horrors await them behind closed doors. Weak and defenseless, they are trapped in heavily guarded enclosures. Cases of child prostitution are highly rampant in countries such as Cambodia, Thailand, and the Philippines. These boys and girls are as young as 6 years old. Some of these children may be forced into begging on the streets. They are deliberately blinded or have a limb amputated in order to gain sympathy from passers-by like you and I. Worst of all, perfectly healthy children may be captured and farmed for their organs. These life-altering implications are crippling our society, for even though some of these children are fortunate enough to survive, their lives will be fraught with difficulties.
What about Singapore? Surely the situation cannot be so dire in our safe, clean and green country. The news is constantly tainted with horrific stories of how young children, especially young girls below the age of 18, are trafficked in and out of Singapore. In 2011, the US Department of State released a report on trafficking in persons and placed Singapore in the Tier 2 watch list, together with countries such as China, India and Bangladesh. In November 2010, the Today newspaper reported that an estimated 250,000 women and children are trafficked in and out of Southeast Asia annually. Of this figure, a stunning 35% can be attributed to Singapore. Sadly, this number is not going down. On the contrary, Singapore sees an average 3% year-on-year increase in the absolute number of children being trafficked in and out of her borders. Something must be done. But what? What can you do?
Many organizations are already doing their part to help stop child trafficking. Even companies like The Body Shop have launched global campaigns to stop sex trafficking of children and young people in year 2009. Products are specially designed to raise vital funds for victims and those who are at risk of trafficking. So, what can youths like us do? There are so many big and small organizations in the world today, and this makes one hard to decide which organization to support and to donate their money to. This is why we came out with the Free the Children Youth Group. The Free the Children Youth Group is run by youths like you and I. We hope to garner support from all the like-minded youths to form a community of volunteers who will work alongside with local companies and organizations who are dedicated to stop child trafficking. We want to raise awareness and prevention of child trafficking through uniting all the youths in the world as one, through campaigns, live events, online content, mission trips to educate cause of trafficking, and partnerships with anti-trafficking organizations. We not only hope to raise funds to improve the conditions of children who are prone to trafficking, but also to educate the people in countries such as Cambodia to make sure they know their rights and know where they can get help. This is a small step towards a bigger picture of all the different organizations in the world coming together to help combat this worldwide problem as one. We hope to expand this youth group from Singapore slowly to Southeast Asia and then globally. Be a part of our youth group now and save these children.
Child trafficking has been plaguing our societies for years. We are often aware, but yet we often understate its severity. Using children as tools of sex tourism, forced child labor, and even farming them for organs, this is the horror behind child trafficking. With a "it will never happen to me" mentality, many of us remain apathetic to this real-world situation. With the World Health Organization declaring Philippines and Thailand as trafficking hotspots, the problem is very much at our shores. Do you want to wait for it to go knocking on our doors? Take a stand against child trafficking today. We know that you are aware, but we want you to understand. What if this is your child?
Yeah.